Hey everybody, I'm Tina. This is To the Inner Wild. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going a little grunge, a little gross to be frank. I worked remotely today, and I understand why I prefer not to, because I let things go just a little bit. It's like, the morning passes and it's like, oh, well, I can shower after. And then, like, here I am in another set of scrubs. Like, I don't really try. But now I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like, I've got to make the extra effort to take care of myself just because it's just me and it's all good. Like, I guess it just slowly catches up on you when you're not around people. So anyway, although today was a nice change of pace and, a bit of discipline involved, because I like going to work. I like trying a bit harder and, I don't know. Even when nobody's there, I prefer going to work. I prefer stepping out of this box. This lovely box that needs a lot of housekeeping. So, anyway, it's all okay. It's all good. I'm just gonna start tomorrow a little bit differently. It's gonna be a new thing. And I have to tell you, this is my little update here. So this thing seems to be getting better, right? You can't really see it on the camera, but there's a slight green tint here. I can feel it just right there. But it's going down. But as it goes down, it leaks over here, and as you can see, it looks like I have a black eye. Right behind that. I thought it looked like I was wearing glasses. Where the nose pads hit or whatever. No. It's not. I'm not wearing anything. And so it's leaking down here. And then my upper lip also over here. And then on the inside, I can't show it. I don't know. Do I want to show you? I didn't think about how that was going to look for you. But I'm just sharing. Sharing. So today we're going to use the Fountain Tarot. And, I gotta learn how to love myself. I wasn't gonna be a little sellout and take a shower just because I was going to do, this reading just to, look better or whatever. I took a shower for myself. It's a little punk, kind of. I don't know. Leave me alone. Just kidding. Anyway, here we are. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So today, this is my only real interaction for the day. I mean, I had slight ones that were just asking my ex if he knows that we have roaches in the kitchen now, or have had them for a while, because he left everything in the sink again instead of the dishwasher. And it's been over a week since we've had roaches. And I've been reluctant to say anything on here because it's just disgusting. And I've been trying to clean it up every single time. I clean up after myself, but I'll be damned if I'm going to be somebody else's maid. No. Especially if somebody's going to leave for the weekend to go on a self-vacation and leave me with half of the bills just without any word on it. Insane. My life is still good, the divine is taking care of me. They're just tallying up the points, the record on what's transpiring. So anyway, he said, gave me some half-assed answer. And I asked him, because he did not give a shit, and you could tell that he did not give a shit. I don't know, this feels also stale talking about this stuff. I don't even know why I'm talking about this stuff. Oh, the interactions. Yeah, if we had like RAID like tablet thingies to put around the place. Because I told him that today I saw one, it's traveling upstairs, and I saw one in the bathtub. And that's what motivated him, supposedly, to get some. And I think I'm just going to get it because, like, I just wanted to see how he was going to respond, to see, like, where he's actually, like, just to read him. And I read that he doesn't care. He did notice, and he actually prefers it that way to, like, some form of retaliation to say, like, you know, whatever, you know. But as the divine always reminds, when it's done, it's done. And he can't do shit after that. He's lost me. He's already lost me. He's got a vibe for it. There's no competition. The more he sleeps around, the more demons he gets, the more whatever, like bullshit, you know, he has to deal with, including the possibility of STDs and getting somebody else pregnant and et cetera, you know, like, fall down. I'm not gonna, I'm too busy picking myself up. So, anyway, interaction. Hi, hello. This may be just interaction with myself, with the divine, and it's A-okay. Angels of light and love, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages. Oh, one delightful thing. I did laundry with my younger son. And that's always like a bonding experience. I love it. And yeah, I don't know. I just if I have some insomnia, then I will go to the gym. No big deal. It's all good. It took a while though to recoup. Like after my first try, I didn't realize how hard I went until I experienced the pains. But it's good. Oh, that's why I started this little dialogue with you. Is because from yesterday's reading, I decided, okay, we're going to change it up every single morning. We're going to like initiate, right? And I was thinking back about, did I really do anything out of the ordinary this morning that was just like a big step? And it wasn't like I did something complete. Actually, I kind of did, but it was kind of low key, but it was like a big step for me. So it wasn't an aspect of like, oh, I'm going to take 20 minutes to start a knitting project or something like that, or, you know, can start over a book that I read like started reading years ago and never finished. So I just need a little recap, restart. So that is my life. But yeah, so looking at like really being honest with myself and being like grace, giving myself some grace in looking at things objectively. There was enough content there to be like chill. Like I had to approach a situation that, or like, you know, have a hard discussion when I wasn't, like, I didn't feel ready for it. Like there was no dry run. There was no like rehearsal for it. I just knew, I was told it was time to initiate, and it's the right timing for it. Like the exact timing. And whether or not I felt ready for it, it doesn't matter what my judgments are. I was told this is the time to have a discussion, to set standards, and without it being like with a rationale, like even though like I felt that it came off as defensive, like I'm just being real with it, and you know, like set those feelings aside. There is a lot of content there that, you know, could be continued to, like, we could go on and on and on about these things. And I just had to be straightforward, whether or not I felt I was ready. And sometimes it just happens like that. And, you know, I'm ready for what I'm just trying not to think too much about it. Like, get into one set of feelings or the other, or alternative. Like, some things some things, you shouldn't, like, plan ahead on, if that makes sense. Like, to give it, like, the love, like, the free form will that, you know, whatever the divine presents itself as, you know, whatever that answer is, I'm going to be good with it. Like, I know I'm going to do better than just surviving. And whatever I'm deciding at this moment, whatever's compelling me to get to this point is going to be more worthy than the situation that it would be in if I did not engage in that discussion. So, it was one of those. And, you know, sometimes you just have to, like, just go with it. And, okay, Magician in reverse. Why do we have the Magician in reverse? I don't know what type of reading I'm supposed to do today, but I have to be ready for, like, changes that incur goodbyes. And however that this journey presents itself, it's non-discriminate as far as, like, what needs to be done. Yeah. So I can't be, like, too attached to certain people, to certain places, to certain things. Like, I'm not meant to be stationary. That's number one. Like, I have not traveled, like, seriously, there's, like, very few times that I have traveled. In fact, when I was, I'm not even gonna, like, you want to know more about me? Go back to my old ass readings, okay? Go there, okay? I'm not gonna have to repeat. I don't, no. People are going to have to spend time with me if they really want to learn more about me. And if you don't, that's okay. No hard feelings. All right, here we go. What fell in my lap? It's the Tower in reverse. It's a King of Coins in reverse. It's a Five of Swords in reverse. It is a Star. The Five of Cups in reverse. And the Hierophant. Fantastic. What a wonderful lineup. The Tower in reverse. Clean up. It's messy. King of Coins. People who have not invested their funds wisely. Their time as well. Wisely. They can often be manipulative. Those are the people that are going to have to tend to that cleanup. You know, we've done our part, and they're going to see their own mess. Five of Swords in reverse. They're going to have to let go of their ego because they're going to have to roll up their sleeves and do the work. Once we are gone, once we have left the building, it is time for them to fess up to the divine and show up and do the work. That's all there is to it. But there's hope in all of this. Plus, I get to do my own thing, and I get to... What is this? This is a dancer in the dark. No longer fearing the things that are to come. Yeah, because we've said our goodbyes. regardless of whether they're going to manifest in 3D form or not, or how soon or how further away. It's part of the plan, accepting of what needs to be done. And it's like opening up that new box, like what's next, and just really engaging in the discipline of it all. Just, it is hard to say goodbye when you don't know if it's an official goodbye. To prepare yourself to leave a certain situation, it's like do or die at this point. I am not going to get hurt any further by someone else's command. I am not going to be part of that picture anymore. Yeah. Because if you look at the first three, it's like one snippet of a story. Then you look at the other three. It's they're like clarifiers, but this is within my own lineup. This is what's going on for me versus what's going on for them, and it's one part of one big picture on like how we clarify each other's lives. So it's kind of like a set that where we have the main character, the leading character, and then we have the supporting actor. So the Tower, within its like destruction, like aftermath, there's a lot of hope involved in that. Like, it's my turning point to be able to move to the next phase of life. And then there's the agent of change, like the ones that expedite it. And you're gonna have to say goodbye to those characters that are absolutely like not just disrespect you, but like devalue you. That because it's one thing not to be appreciated, but to be undermined and assaulted in some cases. That the abuse, like there's no more. Shit went down on multiple occasions, and I'm not good with it. I am ready to say goodbye, so I'm gonna do my own little rehearsal real time. It's no simulation, and whatever comes from it, like I'm okay with it, because I'm not okay with this. Like just accepting it as is, because it's happened to so many people too many times. Like I feel it, and so I know it by other names. Like, no. Then 5 of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Hierophant. Yeah, so it's a breaking down of egos. And that takes discipline by any party. Like, some people stay in situations because there's some kind of like pride affiliated with that allocation in life, and it takes a great amount of discipline to like step out of that comfort zone, so this is comprehensive. So while I spoke more heavily on a microcosmic level, excuse me, like I forget that I initially started with work, a little bit more like macrocosmic. So when looking at work, we look at one relationship bleeds into another, and it speaks for similar instances. So when I look at work, I look at the many stories, comprehensive view involved, as well as mine. And so I have to work within the same capacity of dealing with the shit that I deal with at home versus also at work. Except there's many more people involved at work. Many more stories. And so I too also have to be willing to say goodbye to certain energies if there's going to be no modifications and no reciprocation within an equivalent realm. Like, it shouldn't take extra work just to be able to approach the work that you're assigned to. I have a little, it's just right here. I just got it right now. Some of you might be a little sick. I don't know. I just got it right now. Yeah, so that's what's going on. I just wanted to do a quick energy reading. We got the Magician in reverse because some of us need to learn how to, I think all of us could better work to our potential when it comes to seeing what we're made of. And, yeah. Okay, so we have that. Anything else here? Because the Magician in reverse, 3 of Cups. So that fell on the wrist, face up. This is wonderful. This is celebration. I don't even know what. Maybe the divine is saying, like, I applaud you for being able to see it in both ways. That's very complex to, not just like to move forward and know that what I'm doing is legit, but also to see that we're all working within the same like realm. Like it just fits together as far as our storyline, that we could all be doing better. And we are each other's own accelerators to growth potential, like work within like co-creative magic. Yeah. Like some of us are not, like I think all of us are not really realizing our fuller potential. But then there's also some that are a fraction of that are working within the dark, that are going aggro within their manipulative forms. Most definitely. So anyway, 3 of Cups. Do you have any clarification on that? Angels of light and love. Seven of Pentacles muted, fell on the Tower in reverse, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So, yeah, this manipulative energy as far as poor investments, or being very manipulative with money, and their power, like being a key holder or some sort of what I've heard somebody referred to as an official gatekeeper, but used in like a very controlling aspect rather than like respecting the cause. You know, this is like, I'm entitled to this, I was assigned to this. You know, it's it's very different in delivery, because I've used gatekeeper in a way of like formality, like, no, I don't say these things. I'm told that like I have to respect the position within it. Like, it's not just an essence of control. It's how do I say it? There's reverence for that type of role, like what's involved. There's responsibilities tied to it. There's obligations. It's not just loosely held power. So anyway, 7 of Pentacles muted. Yeah, so it's gonna take some patience to get through like this cleanup, whatever damage they've caused. But you know, the divine celebrates that when you work on that. It's simple. the color coding is very unique. It's very much matching towards the Three of Cups. They're also saying like to really think for yourself, because what I'm getting is like Alice in Wonderland, the cards that had to paint the flowers red for the queen. You know, I'm getting that, like how it's almost like watercolor, how it like bleeds through. So you have to be able to think for yourself rather than yeah. Otherwise, like, you're imprisoned, you know. What fell on the Hierophant are many cards. 8 of Coins in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, 5 of Coins in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse, 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. These are fantastic cards. Great lineup. Love it. So we have Master number 22. Okay, let's kind of spread these out. How many cards is this? 3, 6, 7. Okay, so that's great because the 7 of Pentacles is right there. Okay, right. So we have the next lineup is a total of 7 of cards. So as far as the patience that it takes within this lineup, it's also kind of standing back. And hold on, let me see here. There are some finishing touches to give me a second. Finishing touches before starting something new. Like there's some like tying up of loose ends. Give me a second. I'm getting it like it's learning how to love again. This is it. That's all that it says, is that we can't start something new, like somebody can't start. So I think this is just a general message that we can't start something new right now because there's a tying up of loose ends. 8 of Coins in reverse. Like nothing extra needs to be done. We don't need to be like causing drama, creating waves, starting something new, because there are other things that we are working on that are like kind of under wraps, you know, that this is learning how to love again after, like, you know, despair, like being within lack mindset in its multifaceted view. Being like outcasted, being like discarded, not invited, not welcome to the table. And so that has a natural impact on how we see ourselves and what we can deliver. Direct impact, I'd say. So there's like this regeneration point of like when we decide we're going to get back up again, and we're going to be like, oh, I'm going to play, even if it's just by myself. I'm going to go ahead and date myself. I'm going to go to, like, you know, have a bite to eat. I'm going to go ahead and like go to the movies. I'm going to do these things. I'm going to go to shows by myself. And it's going to be all good, and like just a different experience, a different ambiance. It's going to be like Burning Man, like 360, you know, where it's like completely independent, but also like free reign, like barter. Hi there. So the last 2 cards are like a saving grace. It's 2 of Wands and 2 of Cups together. So it's like it's like playing ball with the divine. It's being able to look at yourself like like you're sizing yourself up correctly, like you know your worth, and now you're delivering that. You're bringing harmony into the world because like you realize like it's undeniable. Once it's one of those things where once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you see your potential, once you see yourself, your worthiness, like you can't deny it. Like if you were to like show up into these other environments, whether that be into relationship, whether that to be your workplace, whatever it is, your organization, like whatever grouping it is, and you show up like as your old self, knowing that it is 100% a complete lie to be able to show up like that. Once you see a certain thing, it's like now you're your own worst enemy. If you're dumbing yourself down, if you're like showing up pretending like everything is okay, and that you know that you're worth less, like you're automatically degrading yourself. You call yourself subconsciously that you're worthless when you're going into situations like that, knowing very well like you've done your comparability. Like it's not even really comparability, but you're observing the environment, you're seeing what like goes, you're seeing what you're delivering. And like even if you take like a whole group fraction versus like your own separate fraction, both are validating factors as far as what your worthiness is. So to go in pretending like it's something different or like within an old mindset, it's like your own bullshit. So it's learning how to love again. Once you love yourself, it's like you're gonna have to put that out there into the world, and you're gonna have to be like, you win some, you lose some, and you're gonna lose a big thing because like now I know my power and I know my worth. So it's like it's okay. Yeah. So it's like being able to forego certain things once you know the truth. You know that others won't vibe with it. You can't win everybody. So, you just gotta be like, okay. That's the truth of that. Like, when you grow up, you grow out of certain things. It's like, yeah. Okay. So, 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, that is at the midpoint here. I think it's also feeling good about your decisions. Like, it doesn't feel good. The hard topic discussion that I had to have this morning, it didn't really feel so good. But, like, I know it was the right choice. Like, it was the right thing to do. And I wasn't even happy with the delivery. Like, there could have been like, there was nothing suave about it. Absolutely nothing. It wasn't like roadblock after roadblock, but it was like a very bumpy ride, that's for sure, with some speed bumps ahead. And it was just like, but I like, in feeling good about it, like I shouldn't have to defend my position. I should just be able to like rationalize it. And so in rationalizing it, there were things that were just absolutely like, I think like only a smart person, like you don't even have to be intuitive, because intuitive just means that you're very caring, that you can jump outside of yourself and really look at the situation, as it is. And it's like, those who make it a point to like care about what's going on outside of them would be able to latch on to the fact that it was, it wasn't me being defensive. It was just, how do I say it? It's just making sense out of the situation. That's really it. Like, that's it. At a certain point, you have to stop your mouth from just talking, trying to defend your position. You know, after a certain point, there are no words. Like, you either get it or you don't, and that's part of the truth. If your team doesn't get it, if your superiors don't get it, if the organizations don't get it, versus if they do, we're now in on the truth. We have conveyed it. We have felt it. We have slept on it several nights. We have looked at it in multiple angles. And if we are to like continue to go through it, like, we're just wasting each other's time here, you know? Let's get to the truth. Let's get to the bottom of this. And, you know, however that sounds, however that looks, it doesn't matter. Both of us know that this is the truth, or at least I do. And I want to be closer to the truth every single day. So just, you know, let's just go with that. All right. Anything else, angels, before we move to the bananagrams? This is a lot. This fell on the 7 of coins in muted form and the 9 of cups in reverse. We have 8 of wands, 3 of swords, 6 of pentacles, and knight of swords. This is all about ripping off the band-aid. Do you see these action cards? This is like fast forward movement, like tunnel vision almost, like at the speed of light. And then right here in the back also, it's the Knight of Swords, which is like the fastest moving knight. It's just like, even their vehicle, the horse, is frightened because it's like a force to be reckoned with, like how fast, like how aggro this person is moving. So, what did we say about this? Holy moly, what did I just say? What did we say, angels? Ripping off the band-aid. Yeah, because in between, we've got the 3 of swords, which is heartbreak. And then right here, 6 of pentacles. It's a give and take with the world of investments. And all around love. Remember, it was like a Celtic knot with like hearts completely, however you look at it, there's a heart that you see, you know, upright. So it's like love on a 360. It's not quite entanglement, but like a Celtic knot, I think, also is a great way, like a protection, somewhat of like protection, because it's almost like a maze. Like there's no end, like it's an infinite maze, the way it's weaved through. So it's almost like this lovely labyrinth. And so this reciprocation, give and take of investments, is based, like heart chakra based. But also that goes with, like, singularly speaking, when you look at an individual level, you understand your heart breaks on a very, very, a very deep level. And let's say, like, when you go into your organization, you go into, like, your workplace, you go into a place of many, you know, there's a lot of give and takes there. It almost makes the process more complex as far as the interchanges. But this is about, you know, facing the truth of what that looks like on an individual level as well as a macrocosmic level, and how you sometimes just need to rip off the band-aid to let the shit breathe, you know? And yeah, because, like, having to, like, go, like, once you see the truth and you just kind of, like, soothe it over, whatever, you're almost suffocating the issue, and it cannot get better. It cannot get any better. Once you put, like, salve on it, or, like, with the Band-Aid, and, like, when you overdo it, like, or when you glaze over it constantly, try to shield it, like, throw a rug over it, there's no way that it can get better. So at certain points of healing, you need to rip off the Band-Aid, and like that's what it is. That's what happened, you know. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands in reverse. So I'd say that I feel a little like unsteady about it too. Like, I don't know if it's a lack of confidence. I definitely wouldn't say that. I would just say like it feels uneasy. Or, you know, in its literal sense, it does not feel easy. Rather than it feels uneasy. Like, initially it does feel uneasy, but like once you get over that feeling of like unsteadiness, it just feels like it's not easy to do these things. And the way that that's magnified is almost like the Star card here. Where did we have that? We have the Star card right here. Do you see how very much it's very much like that? No, sorry, my hair is right there. It's like, what is that? So it's very much like the Star card. So there's a lot of it's just drawing attention to this, that there's a lot of hope, and you know, a lot of prosperity in this, because as far as I know, what I'm generally destined to do, it's not always going to feel great, you know, on the initial run, but it's the starting point. It's the initiating factor. It's the breakthrough that needs to occur to get over yourself, like over the feeling of like what that feels like and what that looks like, and just do it. Yeah, to just do it. Especially when it also is like a hybrid of this. It's fast forward movement. It's communication with the universe. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it started. What is it? Black Eyed Peas. Let's get it started. Like, we're just going to do it. Okay. Some of you definitely. Some of you might be having issues with your throat chakra, speaking the truth, getting a word in. Maybe some people have dumbed you down to the point where like they made you feel stupid about what your thoughts are, what you're in, what sharing, even presenting that like a forum for you to be able to feel like it's safe to say something. This is a moment for you to like exhibit your uneasiness and just do it. Even if you stutter, even if your like throat closes, whatever the fuck, it's your time to speak up, because your spirit will speak for itself. You know, the smartest ones in the deck will know. Even if it's hard for you to put words to, even if you stutter, even if like your voice is cracking, whatever the fuck, you know, they can see that non-verbal language, even your gestures, how they speak. So like, don't worry about coming off as suave as possible. Like, everyone, you know, does their own marketing on how they present themselves, but like, that doesn't mean that you have to like have a sales pitch ready, that you constantly have to, you know, be groomed to sell something to like this perfect client or whatever. Like, you know, at a certain point there's a niche, there's of like your best audience, your best client, and you can't like your regular formula, or however you think the formula is supposed to be, is not going to cut it for them. That niche audience, like, to get in there is like, it's going to be in the raw. They're going to see, they're so tired of all the other bullshit. They want something very real. And so you know, without all the like spotlights and like flashy stuff, you know, having something in the raw and real, and that speaking more from intention and the drive to just like go with what's, I don't know how do you describe it? There's something more, it's not just about being unique. This is something that's very, like, more compelling, I'd say. Like, you can trust that a lot more than someone that's going to, like, rehearse a few lines to get in your pants, basically, you know, or get in your wallet, you know. Okay, this fell between the Three of Swords and the Eight of Wands. It is A, bringing your A game in, most definitely. Ripping off that Band-Aid. That's it. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it all on there. Okay, so GATSZLSEJEOGGTADNAL. Okay. Stage. Gates. Okay, I feel like those are definitely. So let's start with those. It could be stages. Oh yeah, definitely, because it could be phases, but also several stages. Like it's a festival, so there's certain lineups, there's different stages to tend to. But also like our own personal stage, once we jump on set, like go to work, go to like church, or go whatever grouping that is, that there are other people engaging within their own stages, so it is like a set, right? And then stages as far as like phases of our lives that we go through. And then also, okay, gates we had, or gate. Your song. Lands. Oh wait, no. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Let me just try this again. G-A-T. Maybe I'll just move things around so I can get to what I need to. Okay, now we can do land. So land meaning, you know, a sum of terrain, however that may look, but also like the verb of landing it, you know. Because land doesn't necessarily mean to descend, because you can fly up and land on, you know, a certain area. So it's about parking it too, you know, a resting point. So I'm getting like standing your ground, like showing up within a certain realm, claiming territory as you rest. I have sail. I guess I could also make it as late, but let me see here. Weren't we just talking about glaze? Because I think sale is like you win someone over, right? You get someone's buy-in. And I don't think that that's necessarily like the biggest thing here is about selling people something. The whole message here is not like that's an illusion. Creating a sale. What we're doing here is showing up for ourselves so that we're not selling out. So I feel like glaze is correct. I mean, even that, like, glaze is like a fancy, like, how do I say it? Something to sweeten up the deal, okay? Something that, like, you slather on to, like, a baked good or whatever, in order to, like, sweeten up the offer. But it could mean, like, you're also, like, smoothing over the details, which is not always a bad thing. Like, sometimes when you know, like, the realness, like, the core truth of something, the extra little details don't matter. Like, having free coffee or having someone to pay, like, an extra utility bill or whatever. Like, those little details don't fucking matter when it comes to, like, the hardcore truth of, like, certain things that carry in a lot more weight. So we want to sweeten up our own offer. Yeah, I really feel like that's what it is. Like, glaze can be a very good thing. So we have J left here. I really feel like J is supposed to be like a hook. You know, like a fish hook. It's kind of like throwing out. Oh, shoot. Yep, definitely. It's throwing out the line. Definitely. It's throwing out the line. And, yeah, most definitely. Okay, I'm going to show you what the cards look like. Okay. So that's what that looks like. I know that they're kind of like laid out completely, but you know. So, that is our point of view here. And that is it for today. Thank you very much, angels of love and light, higher selves. Who else showed up here? And our ancestors. Oh, the light is flickering right now. That's some not great energy. But, yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Like, I really had to let go today just to, like, just be real. It's whatever it is, like, I'm strong enough to figure this stuff out. And, yeah. So song. We didn't talk about what song was meant in here. I think it's about like creating harmony, you know. It's master number 22 repeated here. Being able to size ourselves up in the world correctly, and therefore it creates harmony in the world. So when it's the last part of stages, you know, using that S, it's or even we could have switched it over to like the front end. It's harmony from front to back. However you start it, it's once you're there, you're like, the harmony is there. It's like it's yeah, whatever stage of life you're at. So it's like you can do it now, you can do it later, I mean, it's still all legit. So I'm getting like, if you see someone being very in sync with the world, like high on their intuition, you should be good with that, like happy for them, rather than saying like, oh, how did, like, you know, how do I say it? Rather than sparking jealousy, it should be an inspiring, you know, an inspiring force. Yeah, because you can create harmony at any given time, at any stage of life. It's not exclusive to this particular person. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. With it being like it could start from the first S or the last part of the S. And just the fact that it fell on the last S, inferring that it's like there's multiple stages, it further validates that anybody has the opportunity to do this. Okay. I think that's it for now. Have a good night. I'll see you again later. Bye for now.